Good evening and welcome to Side21 and tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Just a couple announcements to get started. We do have a special one-shot lined up for you guys, so make sure you check out our social media. We've got some incentive goals set up. If you guys can help us achieve that, we would love to drop this one-shot for you as soon as possible. But tonight, we are rejoining our party for The Black Hand of Fate, so let's go ahead and introduce our players.
My name is Jason. I'm playing Shetic, your Fey-touched wizard necromancer.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hammontre, and I'm playing Bojack Horse Puncher, a dwarf barbarian.
I'm Brayden. I'm playing Damian Grimbane, the damn pure fighter.
I'm Jaco, and I'm playing Timber 2, the Tabaxi Ranger turned rogue.
My name's Hunter Douglas, and I'm playing Vorn Lochar, the reborn warlock.
Alrighty, and just a quick reminder, at Side21 TV is our name on all social media, so you can find us there on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok, as well as Twitch and YouTube. YouTube, of course, is where we've got all of our VODs, so if you want to check out our previous content, head over to the YouTube, and you will find them all there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Alrighty, where last we left off, the party, coming off of a night of thievery and arson, woke up inside the Sanctum Spire, and made their way into the city of High Moon to find a little bit of a different environment going on the city streets. They found a posted notice saying that entry and exit from the city was currently on hold, and anybody that wasn't conducting serious business should stay off the streets indefinitely, as a crime wave of sorts seems to have beset the city. After reading that notice, they split up. A few of them made their way into the Moon Garden, attempting to sneak along what would be the eastern kind of wall of High Moon down along the garden, and pretty quickly encountered a set of kind of posted guard, and then kind of made their way back out of the garden and had a conversation with some of the guards on the street. However, some good persuasion checks led them to just be directed to get off the streets immediately. While the other two, being Damian and Bojack that were along the top, right? Mm-hmm. They made their way to the north side of the castle, skirting behind some of like the city buildings, and were able to kind of dodge any kind of patrols. And briefly, the party met back up in a way, kind of communicated telepathically with one another, and then through some back-to-back natural 20s were able to make their way through the city into the slums and eventually the sewers from whence they came, undetected. Making their way down into the sewers, the party then had a conversation about what to do next. There was some talk about possibly navigating under the city through the sewers, but eventually the decision was made to stick together, make their way back to the forest, and eventually down to the beach to grab some sand and seawater, hoping to unravel the puzzle that exists within the Temple of Saloon and hopefully reveal the way forward to the next key that they need. Pretty peaceful walk through the forest. There was some tree climbing by Shetic to get a gauge of just how far in the forest they were in relation to the city. Eventually, the seawater and sand was procured, and as the party was making their way back just into the edge of the forest, Damian was the first to notice a series of, a trio, if you will, of crows flying pretty high above the party, but definitely seemed to be following you. As you made your way into the edge of the forest, started to discuss possibly splitting up what we were going to do about these crows. The crows dive bombed, breaking through the canopy and kind of circling around and landing in front of you. One of them looked up at you, its eye dangling down out of its socket, and just said, "Go!" And that is where we find ourselves in this moment. As this crow is looking up at you with this dangling eye, a closer look reveals it's got like holes and chipped pieces on its beak. There's parts of its feathers that are missing, and you can just see like a dusty kind of cracked gray and black skin that makes up the rest of their body underneath their coat. And in this moment, a swirl of what looks almost like fog or mist begins to build up and almost spins around these crows in front of you. And when it dissipates, you see 3 humanoid figures with staffs. They have bones hanging off ropes that kind of work decoratively around their staff, and they look to have like wooden armor. It's kind of like half robes that come from just the waist. They're shirtless on top with kind of like a strange wooden helmet that looks like it's over their head. You can see they've got like a big bag attached to their backs, and it looks like dead creatures strapped to the bags, a big spinal cord of spiked bones coming off of them. And the middle one, kind of set back in the back, looks straight at the party. And everybody make a perception check in this moment.
DM, I'm still up in the tree, correct? Because I had gone up in the tree to see if I could see if the crows were still above us after we entered
Got
the wood.
you. In the tree.
17 with disadvantage.
Cheers.
21.
16.
I got an 18.
I got an 8. I don't see shit.
Just considering the material components that could be at stake here for his future work in necromancy, as he looks on these very bone-covered entities. But the rest of you notice that they all seem to have eyes for one of you specifically. And as you follow the gaze from these creatures, it looks as though they are peering directly at Vorn. And
Sucker.
the middle one in the back looks up and turns its head and says, "Ashes, bones, death and dust. Back to her, not one of us." And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
So
Eh.
Who is it?
Sorry, that was my dryer.
I got an 18.
One moment, please.
Bojack, these guys are uglier than you. That's impressive.
Okay. That's a D12.
That's fine.
yeah, and roll that.
All right, Bojack.
I got a 23.
Timber.
19.
Shetic.
18.
Damian.
10.
Vorn.
10.
Who's got the higher dexterity, please?
Mine's 15. He probably
Mine's
does.
16.
Alrighty.
Not one of us. Not one of us. Yeah, they're
It seems
crazy.
like they only want Vorn, so we could probably dip. And
You save that
Timber
shit for
would
your
say
turn.
that.
Timber's contemplating it right now.
I mean, if they were going to offer me gold, we might make an accord, but they're
Yeah.
just being rude.
Okay, Bojack, you are first to act. You are looking at these 3 hag-like creatures covered in bones. What would you like to do?
All right, I've got like a 5-pot ability. No, I'm joking. I would like to enter my rage.
Bonus action rage.
He's raging.
Yell, scream, do the thing. I should have looked at this from the different features so I could have activated it because it's silly. And then when I activate my rage, I get to move half my speed automatically, so that's 20 feet. I just want to jump like right into like the center of them.
Oh man.
Sounds about right.
And get ready, I'm coming for your faces. And then I'm just gonna attack them with my great axe.
Which one?
I've got a +1 great axe.
No, which?
Oh, this one. Sorry, this one. All
Which
of them. No,
dude?
that's yeah. Which one? I have multiple weapons. Yes.
He's gonna spin in a circle.
All right, give me some roll to hit.
You got some
I
cleave on that
will
guy?
attack recklessly, so I'll
Mhm.
roll with advantage. So that one's a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
All right. And then that's gonna be plus what fucking level are we now? 9. Oh no, wait, +4. So 19 damage.
19 heard.
And then I want to see if this takes. Yep. And then I'm going to use my weapon mastery cleave since I hit this creature and this creature's within 5 feet of me and the other creature. I'm going to make a secondary roll against it. And if I succeed, it takes the damage, the axe damage, but no modifiers.
They both do, or just this one?
Just this one. Yeah. I get to
Okay.
basically do like a slam through.
All right.
Sick.
Yes, the great axe is wonderful for this kind of thing. And with, well, I won't need the reckless, but it's good for the, might as well use it. I got the 28.
28 will hit, yeah.
Jeez.
So that's just going to be a d12 plus the +1 from the axe. So that'll be 7 additional damage, like just to that one. And then I still have my second attack on the main one.
Got it. Barbarian
And-
it up.
And that's a nat 20.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
And then I get my 2d12 plus 8.
About to get
So
dusty.
that's 22 damage.
Alrighty.
And then I think I can only use cleave once, like per attack round, so I don't believe I can use it again. Make sure. Miss any of that. Yeah, no, perfect. And then that'll be everything that I believe I do. Stand here
Right.
screaming at it. Roar!
Through barbarian form, Bojack rages, screams, runs into the center of the action. You see him take his first slice. It carries through to the second enemy, and then when he comes back with the backhand, striking the first enemy again. Timber, you are up.
I'm going to shoot my hair bow.
No way.
Go shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it
No way.
right here at this guy.
All right.
And I'm using my +1 bow, if that counts for anything. 12. Great.
12 does not hit as your arrow goes wide. Make a dexterity saving throw for me, Bojack.
Nah!
It went wide the other way.
We're about to find
I
out.
have advantage on dex saving throws because I'm not incapacitated. I have 21.
21. The arrow goes wide to the right, missing
Nice.
both the bone hag and the ally in the center of the action. What else for you?
Yeah, man, try again. 2-shot it. Oh,
Another
that's gonna-
arrow already in the bow
Yeah.
before the first one even missed.
That's gonna be an 18.
18 hits.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
And that's just gonna be a solid 8 plus my sneak attack because Bojack's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be 7, so 15.
Got it.
And then I'm going to Homer Simpson into the bushes, into the trees, and hide.
All right, make a stealth check for me.
All right. That's gonna be a 26.
26 will do it. You disappear amongst the leaves in true cat fashion.
Nice.
Anything else, Timba?
That'll be all.
Shetic.
Timba.
Da Bonecaller.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Bojack.
Are you?
Listen. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sorry. Yeah, so can you see my circle there, DM?
Sure enough.
Cool. I'm gonna just yell out to Bojack and say, I don't think this will help, but duck. I'm gonna cast Fireball as a 5th level,
Oh my god.
and that's
Okay.
a DC 16 Dexterity save.
Thank
All right, we'll
goodness I
just
had
go
that
left to
benefit.
right here.
And just let me know when I can delete that circle.
First one fails. Second one succeeds. The top one. Third one fails. So 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 fail. This one succeeds.
I don't know if it really helps, but I rolled a nat 20 for a 24.
Nice.
I
There you go.
think that does help because the 2 that failed get 35 fire damage,
Okay.
and the one that didn't takes half of that.
So I take, what,
17.
17?
35.
Yeah.
Big hits.
And yeah, I mean, flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried start burning, and I imagine in the woods there's probably some flammable objects, but maybe not. Might have been raining. Who knows? I know it was raining yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah, it was actually.
It was.
Good call.
That's why I did that. I knew, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
lower fire danger.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For
Shetic,
sure.
Shetic really takes that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially as a necromancer.
I think in the area that you cast at, a lot of it is just kind of bare ground and grass. There may be some like needles on the ground and stuff, but not really enough to like catch into like a blaze. You know, you might see like a couple patches like kind of burn off quickly. But behind, back in this area, you do see a couple of these trees kind of catch fire, and there's definitely some activity in the canopy up there, fire and smoke wise. Anything else for you, Shetic?
That's gonna be it. And there's really no other danger there, so I'll take that away.
All right. That is going to bring up this individual right here. They are going to... I think what they're going to do is looking down at the two of you here. It's on.
What did I ever do?
Looking down at the two of you here, she is going to have they're masked individual, but they have them, the way that their mask works is they have like kind of one eyeball in the center of the mask, and as she glares down at you, I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
I believe in you.
16.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Wait, I want to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just looked up at it. 15.
Okay, so you both saved. However, you still take some damage.
Okay.
Half damage, best damage.
Mm. Need evasion.
You're going to take 22 points of necrotic damage. However, you are not stunned.
Holy cow.
Sheesh. Okay.
Thank goodness.
As this visage, this masked face looks onto you, and you just feel your body racked with necrotic energy in this moment. That is going to end that one's turn. Damian, you're up.
I want to run along one of these branches and then like leap
Naruto style?
towards this one with my greatsword out.
Okay.
Peter Pan style, like flying.
Make a. I'll say you can do acrobatics or athletics check real quick for me. See how this jump goes.
That's gonna be a 13.
A 13, yeah, you're able to just kind of. It's not the most graceful looking thing we've ever seen, but yeah, you run along the branch and kind of drop down, broadsword out. Where would you like to be exactly?
Yeah, like right around here.
Okay.
In swinging range. And I'm going to attack that one right in front of me with my greatsword twice.
Yeah. Roll to hit.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit on the first one,
18 hits.
and a 25 to hit on the second one.
Both hit.
Lit.
That's a 6 for the first attack, and a 10 for the second attack, so 16.
Got it.
And then I'm going to action surge and swing again.
Alrighty.
2 more times with my great sword. That is a nat 20 for a 26 on the first one.
Nice.
Let's go.
Just misses.
What?
That's gonna be 15 damage,
Got it.
and then a natural 1 for a 6 on the second one.
The natural one will miss, indeed.
They will still take 2 damage from my weapon mastery graze.
Got it. So you guys see Damian run along the limb, leap down, and start slashing. Anything else, Damian?
That'll be it.
Vorn, Lochar.
I'm gonna take a few steps back here. Probably like maybe to like, yeah, maybe, yeah, that's fine. That's the edge. And just call out, what is the meaning of this? And wait, do they answer?
You'll have to wait to find out.
For that, I'm gonna hop to. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna first do 2 Eldritch Blasts. I'm gonna do one here and one here.
Okay. That is a saving throw for me, or a roll to hit for you.
That's a roll to hit for me. But actually, first I'm gonna go into my form of dread. Yeah, I'm gonna do these 2 Eldritch Blast.
And it was this one and this one?
Yep, the first one and the third one. First one is going to the guy on the left. It's gonna be a 20. Oh, I gotta roll these at disadvantage.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Cause
Weakness in the sunlight.
yeah, sunlight sensitivity. But the first one is 24 to hit on
Will hit.
with disadvantage.
Good lord.
I know, right? And so that one is going to be. Wait, do I get anything for form of dread? I do gain 1d10 plus 9 hit points. I'm gonna roll this really quick.
Nice. Sick.
So 6 plus 9, so 15 hit temp. Then that first damage is going to be 6 plus 4 is 10. 10
Okay.
force damage, and He has to make a wisdom save DC 16, or he's frightened.
He fails, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to affect him in that way.
Okay.
Her, technically.
Okay, then the second hit over here it's gonna miss. Yeah, it's gonna miss with 10.
There's that. Got the damage though. Anything else for you, Vorn?
That's it.
All right, that's gonna bring up this individual here. They are gonna turn at you, Bojack, and make a multi-attack. They raise their staff up above, and you see this kind of like green swirling energy surrounding it. And the first one is going to be just a 13 to hit.
That misses.
And they're going to come back up with it and try to hit you again. That one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Aye, she struck true.
How dare she?
So that's going to be 16 bludgeoning.
Is it magical, or otherwise I shall have it from raging?
It will be halved for you.
All right.
But you'll also take 5 points of necrotic damage as well. So 8 and 5.
8 and then 5. Check, sir. Aye, mighty blow.
All right. And then this one is going to...
I have a reaction.
Okay.
When I watch this last one's arms twitch like they're ready to do something, I use my ability, Branches of the Tree. Since I'm a World Tree Barbarian, it started within 30 feet of me. It now needs to make a DC 16 saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
Sorry, strength.
16 on the die.
Lucky. All right, so it doesn't... Okay, it's lucky. Nothing happens, but I did try to teleport it and stun it in place.
Don't tell her your secrets.
All right.
I'm telling the
Anything else?
DM.
Yeah, but they know each other.
Nay, that was my reaction.
All right. Perfect. So that is
It should
that
still
one.
be. It's,
This
yeah,
one
its turn.
is going now. It is going to cast a spell at you, Bojack. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on, Bojack.
Well, that's in that one.
Oh,
It tracks.
Okay. You are
Like three
basically.
twenties.
She points her staff, and you're so close. She actually touches your chest with her staff, and you see like a swirl of green energy work its way from her hand down the staff and kind of explode into your chest from the top of it. And you are now unconscious.
Oh,
You're technically sleeping. If you take any damage or another creature uses its action to shake you awake, this will end. Okay, that is going to be its turn. Bojack, you are asleep. Timber, you're up.
damn.
I'm going to make my way behind this rock over here, so I don't shoot Damian in the back of the head.
Okay.
Fair.
And then I am going to cast.
Before you do that, go ahead and make a stealth check for me as you're moving now.
All right, nat 20, 32.
Sick. Me too.
You guys have been on them 20s lately. All right.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark onto the big one. And then I'm going to shoot my here bow.
Don't shoot my bow now.
And that's going to be a 17.
17 just hits.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And so has this one taken damage? I'm pretty sure
They
it
have
has.
all taken damage.
All right, sweet. So I'm going to hit it with 6. And then Colossus Slayer, which is going to be 2. So that's 8. And then Hunter's Mark, which is 3. And then Sneak Attack. 8, 9, 10, 11. Sneak Attack, 2. So 13 damage.
Okay, and that was on this one.
We might not.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
I was thinking because of the sneak attack, since he's asleep, is he like posing a threat kind of thing?
Oh,
Not
he's
be-
hidden.
Well,
Well, on that 20.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. We talked about this. I was thinking about Bojack being there.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna shoot one more time, a little bit with my bow, which is 29,
Hey, nice.
and that is going to be 11 more points of damage.
Got it.
And I'm hiding away.
All right. Make another stealth check. Now that you fired on him twice.
It's gonna be a 19.
Okay. Very good. All right, Shetic.
I'm gonna take some steps back. Yeah, I'll probably stand back here next to. Yep. And I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt. Oops. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at this girl right here.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Sick. And she's gonna take 40 points of lightning damage.
Hot damn. Nice.
What a wizard.
As you shoot out this bolt of lightning, electrical energy, you guys see it kind of brightens up. All the shadows change really briefly as there's this explosion of electrical light in the clearing, and you see this one just fry. The electric energy hits it, and you see it kind of shake for a minute and then just fall to the ground, smoke coming off of its body.
Nice.
That's sick.
Okay. Yep, that's a me. Fuck yeah, one down.
Alrighty, that is going to bring up this one. Seeing you absolutely fry her coven member, this one is going to look towards you, Shetic, and point its staff in your direction. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh-oh. That's going to be a 10.
A 10 is not a success, unfortunately.
What?
Oh no.
And you, sir, and what you guys see here is a wave of like ribbons of negative energy coming out of the tip of this staff, and it comes towards Shetic separately, but as it approaches him, they begin to coalesce and almost wrap around his body. I need you to take 42 points of necrotic damage.
I need
I want to
you
fifth
to
level
roll.
counterspell that.
Oh, well, I'm about to. Okay, I was going to take a reaction. Are you going to counterspell?
I'm gonna counterspell it.
Stick. All right, that. Hey, save me some trouble here.
Okay. This is a 5th level spell.
Yeah. Negative energy flood. That shit hurts.
If the casting a spell 4th level or higher, so it's a, let's see. So you need to make a ability check roll here. The DC is 10 plus 5, so it's a 15. And that's how does this work exactly?
You got it.
I thought it was like
What level are you casting the spell at?
5th.
Okay.
Choose your highest modifier.
No, you're good. You counter it.
Okay.
Sick.
All right. And she screams in rage, seeing because what you see is the ribbons of this negative energy begin to wrap around, and Vorn like looks over at you, casts, and they just kind of all like scatter in separate directions off of you and dissipate into the air. Alrighty, that is going to bring up Damian.
I'm just going to swing twice with my greatsword at the one right in front of me.
Yes.
That's going to be an 18 for the first one
18 hits.
and a 25 for the second one.
Both hit.
Let's go.
Nice.
That is going to be 7 for the first attack and 9 for the second.
7 and 9 is 16.
16.
Cool, got it. Yeah, you're slashing away at this creature. You see like segments of like bone that have like cracked off their armor and accoutrement like falling and shattering under your attacks, as well as some really gross green black blood and ichor seeping out of the wounds that you're creating. Anything else, Damian?
No, I'm just repulsed by the green and black blood.
Yeah. Vorn, you are up.
If you're here for me, state your business. I'm going to... Got it right here. I'm just going to... this one's dead. I'm going to take a couple steps over to the right about here just so I can see this guy and this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could see him over Bojack anyways, but I'm going to still do that. And then I'm going
I'm
to...
asleep.
You sleep. I'm going
Sleeping
to
on the ground, as
Eldritch
usual.
Blast both of them.
Okay. Well, go for this one first, and then this one second. All right. I mean, if you want to do it the other way, you can.
Okay, the first one misses, and then the second one... is a 14.
Both miss, unfortunately, as one sails over the body of Bojack and the dead hag into the left side of the wood, and the right one she kind of sidesteps, and it goes back into the trees that are starting to calm down, and looks like the fire is dissipating back there.
Thank goodness.
What else for you, Vorn?
That's it.
All right, that is going to bring up this one here. They are going to step around to you, Damian, and she's going to make a multi-attack against you. She raises her staff and swings it down on you. I assume that's going to hit. That's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That is going to be 14 bludgeoning damage, as well as 8 necrotic. And she is... Go ahead.
No, none.
And as she comes down, she's going to come back up with it for a second strike. This one likely is going to miss, however, a 14 to hit.
Just misses.
Just misses. All right. So yeah, you see this hag satisfied with the sleeping Bojack step around her coven member and swing at you a couple times. But it is your turn. Wait.
It's not my turn. I just went.
Yeah, you're right. Vorn, I just was looking at the wrong thing. Bojack, you are asleep. Timber, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna shoot this girl,
Shoot her.
as one does.
Mm-hmm.
That's just gonna be a 15. I
That'll
missed.
miss, unfortunately.
All right,
Goes behind here.
sweet. All right, this is what I'm thinking. Tell me if I can do this. I want to pick up a
She
rock.
does look over in your direction, seeing the arrow miss, though. Go ahead.
She does look over. That's fine. I want to pick up a small rock, and I want to see if I can throw it to hit Bojack in the head enough for him to wake up. I'm an archer. I should have pretty good aim.
Okay, so what I'll have you do here, Bojack, what's your armor class?
17.
Everybody knows head trauma is the best way to wake someone up.
It's a small rock, you know. I just want to
Let me
get him
see
awake,
here.
you know.
I was
Let's see
honestly going to
exactly how
tell
we wanna
someone
do
to
this.
throw a dagger at me.
Even better. So this is like an improvised weapon attack.
And I will gladly use one of my actions to pull this off.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely an action. Just trying to see exactly how this works. What's your... You don't even... okay. Roll your unarmed strike to hit.
Okay. Oh, it's a 6.
Yeah, 6, unfortunately. You it goes long, and you hit the one that's dead on the ground behind
Alright.
Bojack.
Yeah, I'll
Unfortunately.
take that. Okay, well then I'm just going to hide.
All right, roll stealth check because she did notice you.
22.
With a 22, you like make it look like you're going one way, and then just kind of duck back behind the rock, and she's like, "Oh, he went to the tree somewhere." Shetic.
A juker.
Goddamn cats.
Let's see, it was this one right here that attacked me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it don't sit right with me.
Try to.
And it still don't sit right with me.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'm gonna do is look over at Vorn and say, "Appreciate that. That was sick. I thought I was about to die for a second."
Of course.
And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cast a witch bolt at her.
Okay.
A 15.
15 does not hit, unfortunately.
15 does not hit, but even so,
Oh.
I still have a focus on it, and I can on each of my subsequent turns, I can deal 1d12 lightning automatically to her.
And that's
So I
after
have, like,
it hits.
Nope. It says.
They
I'm pretty
change
sure
witch bolt?
That
says.
sounds crazy.
Yeah, even if the first it says. You can take a bonus action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically, even if the first attack missed.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it is crazy. So yeah, I have like a beam on her.
Let me read this real quick. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I just want to see it with my eyeballs.
Absolutely, man.
That's got to be new. That's crazy.
Yeah, that does sound new.
It used to be once you hit them, it's like something that you could maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, the witch bolt buff.
And if you don't like it, I'll gladly abide.
Okay, so it says on each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action. So I think that you have to hit it at least once, and then after, like, on your next subsequent turn, you can try and hit it again, like, you know, with the full damage, but you can still, as a bonus action, do the subsequent 1d12 lightning damage.
So are you interpreting that as next turn? If I can't just automatically do it, I'm gonna have to try to attack again and then do bonus action.
Yeah. So my understanding of Witch Bolt and how it's always works, as far as I know, is that you have to like hit them to like make the connection between you and that creature, and if you roll that spell again on your next turn, you get the 2d12. But then even if you miss that, they can still take the 1d12. Like if you try and hit them with the full Witch Bolt attack again, once you've already got it locked onto them, they can take that 2d12 damage again. But if you miss that secondary attack once it's already established, they can still take the 1d12.
So like I just want to. So once he attaches, he can use his action for the full damage or bonus action for like that partial damage.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'll take it. Cool.
I like
All right,
that. That's kind of cool.
I believe that it's worded very strangely, but I'm 99% sure that is the intended.
Well,
rule.
good thing about this game, 99% of it is up to your interpretation. So.
All right. Anything else for you, Shetic?
I can't really cast another leveled spell. I can do 2-weapon fighting if I had 2 weapons. No, I'm good.
As you put your twig struck by lightning back in your components pouch. All right, that is going to bring up this individual here. They are going to... they're going to turn to you, Damian, as well. You are the only one standing in their range. They're going to make that multi-attack against you with their staff. First one, 16 plus 8. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit you.
That's going to hit. My AC is 15.
Didn't even need the 8 heard. That's going to be 9 bludgeoning. I'm sorry. 14 bludgeoning. Forgot the modifier. and also 12 points of necrotic damage on the double 6.
Okay.
Highest possible damage on the necrotic there. That is going to end their turn. However, and Damian, now it is your turn.
Do they have like they look like they're not even trying to like respond to me at all? They're just like going for
They
it.
have not. Yeah, they
Okay,
have
I'm just
not
making
even.
Makes my decision very easy then.
The dastardly fiends.
I'm going to just stay focused and attack this one that
Okay.
I was already attacking. That's going to be a 15 to hit for the first one.
Misses, unfortunately.
Will still take 2 damage from Gray's weapon mastery.
Got it.
And the second one will hit and will take another 2 damage.
Will not hit.
Will not hit.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Got it. Anything else for your turn? Stay where you're at. Move. Bonus action.
No, that's gonna be it.
Vorn.
Have I ever seen this creature before?
Roll a Arcana or History check.
Okay. Is this gonna be an action or just?
I'll say you can do this as a free action.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. Name one, so 9.
9. No, this is not something that you are familiar with, unfortunately.
What the fuck are these things? I'm gonna step over here, and I'm gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at this guy right here.
Where are you stepping? Like here?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll 2 hits. It's both at the same one.
Yeah. The first one's gonna miss. The second one is a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Yes, let's go. Okay. And so they're already immune to being frightened. I know that. So it's gonna be 9 plus 4 is 13 force damage. And that's okay, it doesn't do that. Yep, that's it.
All right. Yeah. As you see this crackling bolts of the Eldritch Blast land and do some damage. That's it for your turn?
Yep.
All right. This one is, kind of seeing the way this is going, looking at its dead comrade. It's going to continue on the move here. It's going to swing behind you, Damian, and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right up to your face, Vorn.
I get an opportunity attack on that.
If you would like to use your reaction for an opportunity attack, you certainly can.
Okay, I will do that. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Kill him. Save me.
That's going to be a 10 damage.
Nice.
Not even.
All right. As he, kind of, you see her arch, like her back, kind of like arch as you get a slash into her back as she's moving away from you. She is going to raise her staff against you, Vorn.
Oh no.
First swing is 17 to hit.
Hits.
I'll just roll the second swing as well. That is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
All right, so damage for the first attack. It is going to be 15 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And 9 necrotic.
Okay.
Second attack. 15 bludgeoning again. And 11 necrotic.
All right.
And
You good?
Yep.
as she's swinging on you, she responds in kind with the same rhyming phrase, ashes, bones, death, and dust. Back to her, not one of us. That is going to end her turn, however. Bojack, you're sleeping. Timber, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna use my feline agility to double my movement speed, and I'm going to run 25 feet to here, and then I'm gonna go up 5 feet because I don't want an opportunity attack against that one. So that's 30, and then I want to go 15 feet, 45
Okay.
down, and then I want to grab some of Bojack's chest hair and pull it.
All right. And he is shirtless, so easy enough to do. Bojack, you awake with a start as a few of your chest hairs are ripped from your body. That will be your action, or at least one of them if you have a multi-action attack. What else for you?
Yeah, then I'm gonna use the remainder to get up into the tree line.
How much movement do you have left?
I have 10 feet.
All right, so you're kind of on the edge here. Not really much to hide behind, but you are standing there. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this chick.
All right.
As he like runs back and takes aim, you just hear Bojack go, "Hey, the milkman! No!"
That's gonna be a 25 to hit,
Yes, sir.
and that will be 9 damage plus the Colossus Slayer, which is 110, and then sneak attack.
And because he is up, you will have it.
Yeah, so 16 total damage.
Okay, so there was 9, so that was an additional 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Starting to look pretty rough.
And then
Here.
I would like to try to hide. I know there's not a whole lot, but if I could.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you
Maybe.
can roll it, but the DC is going to be incredibly high.
Bet. Let's do it. Ah! Alright, it's a 14. I'm just standing there.
So you guys see Timber, like, I'm going to make a movie reference. If you guys have ever seen Grandma's Boy, when he's trying to hide in the hallway up against the wall. How did they see me?
That's amazing.
That is going to end your turn. Shetic Bonecaller.
Do I recognize these things? I've studied some necromancy,
Make a
obviously.
history or arcana check.
I'll do an arcana,
Come on, brother.
and that's going to be a 31.
Wizard.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you recognize these. These are bone hags. They are typically, classification-wise, a fey creature. They are obsessed with death. They are kind of. You guys share similar interests. You might be in like a club together under different circumstances. And they are known often to serve a deity known as Merkel.
Aw, shit.
Oh, man.
I was scared of that.
You fucked up.
With that
Fucking-
roll too, I mean, is there anything else you're looking? I mean, you already know they're immune to fear.
Weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like damage weaknesses. Like, I'm assuming necrotic's probably not going to do it for these guys, these ladies.
You would know that they are immune to necrotic and radiant damage.
Immune to radiant damage. Okay. Alright, sick.
And we'll say that that's just kind of your thought process leading up to your turn, so no actions needed.
Yep. And leaning to that, knowing that most of my playbook here is ineffective, I really only have one thing I can do. And taste my lightning, and I'm gonna blast this one right in front of Vorn. Hopefully,
Okay.
blast him.
And then he started blasting.
Nope, that's a miss.
And I started blasting.
That's not
You
a
see
blast.
this lightning. It's close. You're thinking like back into your studies, and just you miss wide to its your left. What else for you?
I keep risking an. I can't do 2 leveled spells, so nothing. Next time, I think I'm gonna do the smart thing here. So I'm gonna do nothing.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Sorry, Vorn.
This is your fault, Vorn.
Yeah, come
We
on,
don't
man.
know
Why would you
that
do
yet.
that?
Vorn.
This one is going to turn and reach out and grab you by your vestments, Damian, and is going to cast Inflict Wounds on you. I need you to make a Constitution
Ooh.
saving throw, please.
A Constitution saving throw.
That's the worst
Mhm.
kind of saving throw.
That's gonna be a 13.
Dang it.
13 unfortunately does not save. You are going to take. Where's my dice?
I have a
That is
+7 to Constitution too. That's crazy.
14 points of necrotic damage. And he's gonna let go of you with his her. She is going to let go of you with her right hand and swing the staff at you one time as well.
Okay.
That is going to be not very good. A 12 to hit.
That'll miss.
Caught up in the spell casting, misses the melee attack. Damian, you may return in. It's your turn.
Nice.
Can't always be winners.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing twice with my great sword, and I'm gonna say, hands off. That's gonna be a 25 for the first one,
Hits.
Nice.
and a 24 for the second one.
Both hit.
Extra nice.
That is 8 for the first attack, and another 9 for the second.
All right. Yeah, this one's looking quite rough as, you know, just the ground around her is just littered with, you know, wood and bones. Some of the, like, the bodies of these creatures that are strapped onto this bag that she's carrying have, like, become dislodged and are lying on the ground surrounding her as well now. Anything else for you, Damian?
No.
All right, Vorn, down here, you've got one of these baddies in your face. What would you like to do?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast 5th level Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So that's going to give me 25 temp hit points.
What does it look like? Describe the way in which this spell manifests for you and the viewers here.
So like the shadow that's under me kind of just like pulls up my legs and my body, and it kind of almost seems like it pulls some of the like shadow from like the hag as well almost, and just like coalesces up my body, and then just becomes like from that like dark black hue that a shadow is, and then just like lightens into like a light view and just like kind of crystallizes over my armor and skin.
Sick.
Oops. Sorry, I refreshed my page. Shouldn't have done that. And then if a creature hits you with a melee okay. Cool. So if I get hit, I do ice damage. And then I gotta look at Warcaster. On saving throws. I don't think Warcaster is the one where you can point blank do attacks.
One moment.
I guess I'm at disadvantage anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I get double disadvantage.
It doesn't affect the range.
No,
it
it's
just
just
allows you to use a spell as an opportunity attack.
That's what it was. Okay. So what I'm gonna do
Unless they change
instead is I'm gonna just blast it with 2 Eldritch
Blast
Blasts.
it.
Okay, yeah, so it'd be both with disadvantage because of 2 different reasons.
Yep, first one.
Can't have double disadvantage though.
First one misses with a 10. Second one, come on, baby. 19.
19 will hit.
Nice. And that is going to be 13 force damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Got it.
Very
Yeah, as you
nice.
see, you guys see Vorn almost summon the shadow from himself, the surrounding logs and trees, and even from the bone hag herself, and kind of coalesce the shield above him, and then shoot a couple blasts. One of them kind of hits the ground at her feet, but the other one strikes true.
Get back.
Anything else for you, Vorn?
That's it.
All right, that is going to bring up her turn again. Let's see. She is going to look, she's kind of like not like looking you directly in the eye, but as she lifts her eye up and looks you directly in the face, kind of tilting her head with necrotic gaze. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Aw, shit.
You got it.
All right. I believe you. 12.
12
lied.
is not a success, unfortunately. You are going to take.
That's crazy because this is the second time this has ever happened to me. It's cocked on the screen. It's more so on 17 than it is 10, but it said 10. We'll do it, but that's so fucked.
Sad.
You know what? I had that happen to me once during our last one shot.
That's so bad. Anyways.
All right, 24 points of necrotic damage. And you, having seen this happen to one of your comrades, almost expect it as the sleep takes you and you fall prone to the ground, snoozing.
I'm immune to magical sleep.
That's excellent. 'Cause that happens to you.
first time
beautiful. So yeah, you take the damage, but resist the sleep. Bojack.
I'm awake. I hate this thing more than I've ever hated anything before.
Don't you hate this one a little bit more?
Nobody puts me to sleep but Shetic.
Bojack.
Get him, Bojack.
So I'm going to reckless attack, and I'm going to attack this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So I'm going to roll my 2 attacks with advantage. Does a 20 hit?
Sure does.
And then 19 damage.
What does it look like as you cleave this creature to death?
Nice.
Because I have to use like half my movement to stand up. It's just like this springing dwarf, like hop attack where he's just like lying on his back and he goes ah! And like stands up with an axe swing like right up its front.
So yeah, you see Bojack do one of those things where you're like laying on your back and without using his hands or anything, he just kind of like propels his body upward and stands on his 2 feet. And as he does, swings the axe upward, slashing just a deep crevice into the torso of this bone hag as black and green ichor spills out, soaking into the dirt around you. Anything else for you, Bojack?
So now, see, I had this plan. Right, so I've got 20 feet left and the daft bastard's 30 away. I'm gonna rage and pounce at it.
How does that work?
So it's half, whatever like my current movement speed is, when I use my bonus action to rage, I get half of it as like free movement with the bonus action. So
Okay.
I would move like 10 from the rage and then my last 20 to charge it.
Awesome. All right, yeah, you see Bojack cleave this bone hag to death and then spring into action, coming up
Nice.
right behind the second bone hag.
And then with my rage, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be the same. With my rage active and I've been reckless, I'm going to invoke my brutal strike and forego the advantage. And if I hit, I do an extra 1d10.
Oh
Get
my.
it?
That's why I wanted him up.
No, sadly, I missed. That is an 11.
Oh.
You sure?
In the rush of excitement, in the right before you swing on the second one, you feel just like a slight pain in your chest area, and it's like this raw like area for some reason.
It
there.
like twinges, and I'm like,
Yeah. And yeah, it locks you up. Anything else for you, Bojack?
no, I'm now just raging in this thing's grill up its ass.
Timber doing his best to use his cloak to look like a forest rock. It is your turn.
I'm going to run over this way and just into the tree line. And then I'm going to shoot my bow.
All right, roll to hit.
At who?
Duly flanked.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yes, sir.
And that is longbow damage, which is 10. Colossus, which is 3, so 13. Sneak attack, which is 9, so 22. And then my hunter's mark, which is 5, so that's 27.
Yeah, you see this arrow hit just in this part of the shoulder blade that's exposed with the bag and things and bones. You find that you have her marked right. You find that tiny space where your arrow is gonna fit, and you pull it back extra hard, and you see it just sink like half the length of the shaft of the arrow into her shoulder. What else for you?
And I guess I'm just gonna shoot one more time just to see.
Let's get it.
What do you
23.
mean just to see?
23 hits.
And that's gonna be another 10 damage on top.
Nice.
All right, and you see almost in the same space another arrow. Looks like they could be touching on the inside of this hag's body. Anything else for you, Timber?
I'm gonna hide.
Okay, roll
Well-
a stealth check.
Well, first I'm gonna yell out, "Oh, gotcha!" and then I'm gonna hide.
He turns and just tracks you.
That's gonna be a 21.
Easy enough with a 21.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are slightly covered with like some bushy foliage back there. Shetic.
Let's see. Let's see if this hits. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of stick my hand out at this. I'm gonna say the sickness will overtake you, and like I'm casting Ray of Sickness, and it's a 17 to hit.
Is that necrotic?
It is not. It's poison.
Gotcha. That's a what to hit?
17.
17 just hits.
Thank God. And yeah, you're just gonna see like almost like a green like sludge shoot out of my hand towards it, and it's gonna do 19 points of poison.
Goodness.
How do you want to do this?
Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I mean, the way I'm picturing it is just it's kind of like a green sludge shoots out of my hands, and it just latches onto the face, and then you just see it all like absorb up into the nose and mouth, and then they just kind of roll back their eyes and fall.
As this, sludge enters their respiratory system, they begin to like cough and choke on this as they fall to the ground, grasping at their throat. She takes one last look up at you, Vorn, and says, "He will find you," and expires on the ground.
Just spit.
Fucking warlocks. Bojack, I heard what you said about nobody knocks you out but me. But think of it this way, at least I hurt you a little before you passed out.
All right, fair. You make a good point. That's why you get away with it.
that logic tracks.
I think I know what this was.
Yes, you're
Um,
fucking Miss Merkel coming for you, buddy.
Real quick, kind of on a technical. I want to be a technical cheese really fast. At the start of my turn, being one of the like bonus actions I get, or just as a free action as part of my world tree for raging, I can grant an ally within 10 feet of me 3d6 temporary HP. Can I do that before my rage ends?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna slip Vorn over here
Yeah.
a little double check, but it should be about 3d6 healing. Yep.
One would be healing technically, but temporary.
Temporary HP,
Yeah.
yes, sorry.
I'm the one that got you up.
And so that'll be 11.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm
All
gonna
right, gentlemen.
Yeah, but you're outside of range. It's only within 10 feet.
I'm gonna take a drop of alcohol out of one of my little vials there, and I'm gonna cast False Life on myself, and give myself 24 temporary hit points.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna start to look these bodies over. kind of just start like looking them over. I'm looking for a couple particular things, but just anything I can find.
We'll start with this one since it's right in front of you. What are you looking for?
Well, I noticed that they cast a spell that I've been looking to try to cast, so I'm trying to see if they have the spell components for, specifically Black Silk.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Clever.
Yeah, you find it.
Fuck yes, dude. Let's go.
And it's, you see, it doesn't take much of a roll because it's almost like tied to the staff. You see, like, it's just got a ribbon of black silk like tied around the staff.
I'll take it and just like kind of tie it around the strap that goes around.
If you want to make an investigation check to see if you find anything else of value on them.
Yeah, sure.
You got wish now, right?
Yeah.
I can give you a hand. I think this is the blasted one that put me to sleep, and I start kicking the corpse.
So that would make it a straight roll, I think, with your disadvantage.
Well, this is intelligence, so I don't have disadvantage.
I thought it was anything that required sight and sunlight.
Wisdom perception checks for sight.
Gotcha. Okay.
So advantage?
Yep.
That's a 18.
All right, roll a d100 for me.
Ooh.
Oh, rolling on a table. I like it. Oh, it's anthrax. We're all dead. Shit.
9.
How the hell did you? Wow. Where's divine intervention?
It's spun for forever too.
A 9. Sorry, give me 1 second.
We're good? Yeah, I got black silk.
You find a potion of greater healing on her.
Oh goodness.
Sick.
Very
I'm gonna
nice.
go ahead and search the one right in front of me.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that greater potion of healing.
Make a investigation check, please.
Give me a 16.
Very good. D100 for me, please.
Okay. My mouse will cooperate.
I took that potion as well.
That's gonna be a 42.
42. You find
A wish scroll.
100 gold pieces.
Nice.
100 gold.
Can I
pieces.
join
It's
that
in,
train?
it's in like different coin, but yeah.
Can I join that train
totally.
and search this one?
Yes, sir. Investigation.
You know, good if we like kind of chill out here for an hour.
That's an 11.
With an 11, roll your D100.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with us relaxing, Shetic. Don't you
40.
have that dumb
40?
mystical hut?
If we need it.
You find 11 silver.
Sweet.
No, you love silver.
All right.
Comes in handy.
Yeah, I wanna take a little break out there.
I'm tempted to speak with them and see what the parameters of my capture were, but I feel
I
like
was
already
hoping.
know.
I would like to look around and make sure ain't nobody coming to investigate the massive fire explosion. As I like side eye Shetic as I say that.
Make a perception check.
I'll help because I'm paranoid.
Yours will be at disadvantage.
I was gonna give him the help action, so I'll just not help. So it doesn't matter.
I rolled a 20, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you take some time to kind of scan the surrounding area, like in a 360-degree way, and it seems quiet. And it even something that strikes you too with the dirty 20 is it seems very quiet. It seems that any birds or small creatures that may have been in this area have left.
So as I like look around and realize there's not a sound, I kind of look up and go, we might want to move just a little bit away from the corpses. It's actually abnormally quiet here.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of step back in the woods and begin as a ritual casting Layman's tiny hut. Before I do, I tell everyone, I suggest if you want to use this refuge, you get very close to me very quickly.
I go
And-
give him a hug.
Aw.
I'll step in and just kind of squat down.
Yeah, I stand right behind Bojack.
I slowly walk my way over.
Well, as long as you do it within 11 minutes, you're good.
I'm gonna use all 11 minutes.
All right, you guys are safely within the confines of the tiny hut.
Short rest.
It's just a little 100 square foot room.
Oh, 100 square foot. That's big as fuck.
That's not little. What?
That's teeny tiny. That's 10 by 10.
Oh,
That's
Oh, yeah,
stupid
you're
good though.
I even still like for some reason imagined it even smaller than that.
No, it's a 10 by 10 room.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot
And
of feet.
it's here for 8 hours. Nothing can get in but the people that were here when I cast it, like within the room, like when it came up.
Sweet.
I'll take a second and do a short rest.
Yeah, I'm short resting. Fuck.
Sounds good.
Alright. And I'm also going to use Arcane Recovery. Take back a 5th level spell slot. And what I would like to do is step out of the hut. And I want to cast Dan's Macabre on the corpses that we have on the forest floor. If they're still there, I'm hoping.
Yeah, they are there. Describe the spell.
Alright, threads of dark power leap from your fingers to pierce up to 5 small or medium corpses you can see within range. Each corpse immediately stands up and becomes undead. You decide whether it's a zombie or a skeleton, and I am going to go with a zombie.
All right.
And I have that stat block in front of me already, so I'll handle that. And it gains a bonus to its attack and damage rolls equal to my spell casting. So yeah, I'm controlling these. If we get any altercation, I can control each of them.
What's the duration on that?
It is going to be 1 hour concentration.
How long do those hit points last that you gave me, Bojack?
I was waiting for my time. It doesn't last a long rest.
Well, we took a
For
short rest.
It doesn't last through any rest.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I tried.
helped in the moment for sure.
It was going to keep us alive if we had to do anything else in the moment.
Yeah, I got down to 9 health points.
So now we
Good
got
point.
3 zombie boys chilling with us. Zombie girls.
Hey, what does it look like when you do that?
Yeah, so basically what it's going to do is I'm going to like reach out my hand and you're going to hear me like chanting, but it just doesn't really sound like anything. Like this is not a language that it's almost like speaking in tongues. Like I'm holding snakes and but so I'm going to hold out my hand and as soon as I get done, you're just going to see like a shadow basically shoot from my hand, kind of like what you'd expect from Vorn. And it's going to leap into the first body. And just as soon as it like touches their skin, basically, they stand up. And then as soon as it does that, you just see it jump to the next and then to the next. I can do it up to 5, but there's only 3 here.
That looks dope as fuck, and then you watch Bojack freak out at first and like readies a hand axe because he thinks they're possessing you, and then realizes the other way around and calm down.
Yeah, I'm going to command 2 of them to hug each other.
Just
So you see that they're friendly.
All right, so you've got 3 zombies hanging out outside the tiny hut for the duration of your short rest here. What else? Anybody doing anything besides resting?
I did that after the short rest. Sorry.
I'm not doing any. Actually, nothing.
nope. I'm just taking a short rest, and then preparing myself for the.
All right, so you guys hang out in the tiny hut for an hour. There's some larger rocks and logs and things that you can use to lean up against or sit on top of, and you all take your short rest for an hour, gain some hit points back. What would you like to do now?
I apologize for my decisions affecting you all. Well, I wouldn't really even call them decisions, but our mission might have just gotten a little bit harder.
I kick you in the shin.
Oh.
What do you mean you're making decisions that are making our lives harder?
Ow. Well, the short form is, my name is Vorn Lochar. I am... Hold up.
Your name is Porn Looker?
No, it's
name is-
Corn the Cob.
Born,
Oh, his name is Corn Liquor.
born corn.
Yeah.
That was
cob.
Uncle Jimmy.
Corn the Cob.
Dorn Micker. I'm
Dorn
pretty sure is
Micker.
what he said.
Vorn Lochar, honored spider of the Order of Spiders.
Honored spider.
Under
Spider.
Loth. I know
Oh,
you know
yeah,
who
you
she
said the
is.
what?
Aren't you afraid of spiders?
Not in the
He's-
slightest.
I think these guys are the ones that are making him afraid of spiders.
Precisely. Loth has... My queen has regained possession of my loyalty. And I don't think
Well-
Merkel liked that very much.
Vorn, Warlock. I think you fucked up. I think you fucked up hard.
So
And,
we should be expecting more assassins going towards you.
Timber, with that, yes, I think we might need to finish our objective a little bit quickly, so that way we can leave Vorn to whatever's going to happen to him. I don't want any part of a feud with the gods.
I don't want this for you all either, believe me.
Bojack just has a stank face because he hates dealing with this god stuff. It's too much for his brain. He's just like over in the corner. What would be the corner of nature?
What would be the corner of a round hut? Believe me, if I had a choice, this wouldn't be happening, obviously. But here we are.
Well, I think let's get back to town. Let's unleash these 3 zombies in the slums, and let's figure out our next steps.
So the zombies only last for an hour. They're not going to be around when you get back to the slums, but
That's cool. They're still with me. There are 3 extra bodies for any other baddies we run into to hit.
so as the party of the Brotherhood of the Black Hand makes their way back through the forest and into the sewers, just as you're reaching the sewers, you do find that the corpses fall back to the ground as you guys climb down into the tree trunk that opens into the tunnel that leads you back into the city of High Moon.
Can I make an attempt to hide them before? I don't really want to leave like dead bodies at our point of entry.
I
You
can
know?
Yeah, and I'll say with,
I can throw him down the stairs or the ladder or the stair ladder.
I don't want rotting corpses. I can raise corpses and everything, but what I can't do is fight infection. So
yeah, with ease, as you get back following your markers that you made to the entrance of the tunnel, you see there's some foliage around, like, and then part of that is like a really dense thicket of like briars, and you're able to, as a team, kind of scoot them away enough to like shove these bodies in there and kind of like close the, effectively what is a curtain of like briar vines back around, concealing them pretty well.
we should have made them
And-
fight each other and bet on it.
As you guys start to make your way back from the earthen tunnel into what is, the sewer system of the city of High Moon, that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. You've got your sand, you've got your salt water, and perhaps a new threat emerging to this party of the Brotherhood of the Black Hand. but we'll find out next time.
Fuck, fucking bone hags, dude. Oh my.
Way to go, Corn.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, thanks, Corn Looker.
Corn looker.
I hope you enjoy
Corn.
looking at all of that corn.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Thank you so much for watching. One last reminder to follow us on social media at Side21 TV, and have a wonderful night. Thank you.